Now what I'm going to be talking about now is increasing at the beginning or ending of your rows. Now I'm not talking about the one stitch increase. That's very simple. Here, I'll show you. Yarn over and then continue. That will increase a stitch, or work as you would for a Tunisian full stitch and then continue. That'll increase a stitch. Okay, or work in both the back, pull up a loop, and the front vertical bar, and that'll increase a stitch, and then just continue. So if you need to do a very minimal, steady increase, you can certainly do one of those techniques, but I'm talking about something more major. Let's say you want to you're working on a top-down garment and you want to chain out for the bottom of the armhole. Now that's a major increase. Now at the beginning of the row, it couldn't be simpler. You just chain out the number that you desire, and then you go ahead and pull up loops in that chain the same way you did for the foundation row. It's very simple. Just pull up some loops right there, just like you did. This method could not be simpler. At the beginning of the row, it's very easy to add stitches here. Now ordinarily you would skip this first stitch, right? But this is now the first stitch, so you will work into that one. And ordinarily you don't. So you'll just continue across. But then we're going to get to the other side and we need to add stitches to that side as well. So we need to come up with a different method of increasing stitches, because chaining out won't work at the end of a row. So let's just get over there to the end. And this is a Tunisian knit stitch that I'm doing here. If you are unfamiliar with Tunisian knit stitch, go ahead and check my channel, because I have a Tunisian knit stitch there. I've shown it in both right-handed and left-handed views. And I'm showing a technique now, which is why I'm going a little faster than I would normally. So we've added stitches over here. Now I want to add stitches on this side. So what you do is you just flip your hook over with the yarn in the back and take a regular hook that is the same size or smaller than the hook you have here. Insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull a loop through. That's the first step. Now yarn over the top and pull it through. Now move your yarn to the back. That was the first cast on, crochet cast on. That was the first one. The yarn is in the back. Yarn over, pull a loop through. Put the yarn in the back of the hook. You see, that one was easy. The first one had 2 steps. Yarn over, pull a loop through. So I'm going to show you that again. Let's just go through that one more time. I have to actually take it out in order to show you. Alright, I've finished all the way to the end, and I'm going to bring the yarn up in the back of the hook. Now insert your hook. This one is 2 steps. Yarn over, pull a loop through. Now going over the top, pull a loop through. Now that was 2 steps for the first one. For the remainder, there's only 1 step. Pull a loop through. You're just chaining over the top. I just lost it. Let me grab that. Okay. Chain over the top. Yarn in the back. Chain over the top. Yarn in the back. Now let's say I've added the number of stitches I want. 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. 5. There's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now take this last loop and place it on your hook. Now I've increased by 6 stitches right here. Turn it back over, and now you can continue with your project. I know it's curling. It's knit stitch. It curls really badly. Pull through 1. Now pull through 2 all the way across, just like you would normally. Now these stitches may be a little tighter than what you're used to, but you can do it. You can do it. Just try to work as loose as you can, especially when you're casting on. Those stitches can get very tight. I lost it. Alright, keep going. Pull through 2. And you're just going to continue pulling through 2 all the way across. And what has happened is that you've increased your stitches out here at the end. You've got stitches on this side, and you've got stitches on this side. And you don't have to worry about trying to scrunch up several stitches here in the body of the fabric.